Once upon a time, in a village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a boy named Ravi. Ravi had a heart as big as the sky and a spirit free as the cloud. He loved nothing more than to fly a colorful kite, which he had made himself. A magnificent kite, kaleidoscope of red, yellow, and green, representing his hopes and dreams. One day, Ravi to take his kite at the edge of town to fly it. The wind was perfect, and so was the vast space. As he attached the string to the and let it soar into the air, a deep sense of happiness filled him. In a moment, his best friend arrived at the meadow with his own. It was a white kite that cut the wind with ease. Two friends spent the entire time playing with their kite, their laughter echoed the field. The sun began its descent. A sudden gust of wind caught Vikram's kite, sent it towards Ravi's cherished collection. Before he could act, Vikram's kite ripping a hole in the fabric. In an instant, Ravi's, his symbol of joy, came crashing down, defeated. Ravi felt a surge. "Vikram, look what you've done!" His voice trembled with rage. My beautiful kite." Back by the sudden outburst, stammered, "Mean to, Ravi?" But Ravi wasn't ready to listen. "You didn't mean to? How can you be so careless?" he shouted, his face flushed with indignation. And with that, he stormed off, leaving Vikram standing alone in the fading light. The sky, which had been their playground just moments ago, now seemed gloomy and distant. The wind, once a source of delight, now whispered sadly through the tall grasses. Vikram, overwhelmed with guilt and sadness, slowly made his way home. As days turned into weeks, a heavy silence settled between the two friends. They avoided each other in the hallways of their school, and their once vibrant laughter died down. Each carried the weight of their unspoken words like a heavy stone in their chest. One evening, Ravi was sitting in his room, staring at the faded kite lying on his bed. A single tear rolled down his cheek as he remembered the countless hours he had spent making the kite. Just then, his grandmother entered the room. She sat beside him, gently placing a hand on his shoulder. She understood the language of children better than anyone. After a long pause, she finally spoke in a soft, soothing voice. "Forgiveness is the string that mends broken hearts, just like fixing a kite for new adventures," she said, with a gentle smile. Her words were like a ray of sunshine piercing through the clouds of Ravi's sadness. He thought about how his anger had consumed him, keeping him from being his usual cheerful self. He realized that holding on to his anger was only hurting him. Taking a deep breath, Ravi resolved to mend not only his kite, but also his friendship with Vikram. He got up, his eyes shining with determination. He knew exactly what he had to do. The next day at school, Ravi approached Vikram, who was sitting with some mutual friends. Taking a deep breath, Ravi said, "Hey, Vikram, I know we haven't spoken in a while, and I'm sorry about that. I was really angry, but I've had some time to think, and I realized that it wasn't your fault. My kite was old, and maybe it just needed some fixing." A surprised look crossed Vikram's face, quickly replaced by a warm smile. "I'm sorry too, Ravi. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'd love to help fix your kite if you want." And so the two friends got to work. They gathered the pieces of the kite and started repairing the holes, their fingers working in unison as they went over the torn fabric. As they worked, they talked about everything and nothing, their laughter gradually returning. When they finished, the kite looked even more beautiful than before, patched up with colorful scraps of cloth. More importantly, their friendship was also mended. They had learned that forgiveness like the string that holds a kite together, can mend broken hearts and fill the sky with joy once more.